Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green, and you're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. Today's date is Tuesday, April 26, 2016. In today's video, we're going to talk about asset allocation, the most important tool in your investment toolkit. How to get and stay rich. More importantly, how to get and stay wealthy. But even more important than that, how to have peace of mind when the next economic crash hits. Now again, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict the future, but there is one thing I do know. Markets revert to the mean. It's pretty simple, and it's also math. And all the great investors know this. Whether or not it's Jack Bogle, a Vanguard, whether or not it's these hedge fund managers, trading 10-to-1 leverage on the stock market right now. It's these high-frequency trading algorithms that never lose, or it's people like Warren Buffett. Now, I don't like Warren Buffett. I think he's a scumbag. But he does know what he's talking about when it comes to investments. What does he say? What is his old maxim? Be fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful. Well, you know what I see in the stock market today? You know what I see among the general cows in the general population? Complacency. That's what I see. And this is what we know. Since 2008 and 2009, we've had the greatest trajectory in the U.S. stock market that we've ever seen in the history of the world. It has literally been parabolic since 2008 and 2009. And in 2010, when things were expected to roll over, when it was losing its gusto, its steam after coming off the yo-yo of the greatest financial collapse that was engineered, by the way, in the history of man, the Federal Reserve of the United States, a criminal private institution, did something that has never been done in the history of the world, the history of the planet. They unloaded something known as and called quantitative easing into infinity, which crashed interest rates, even further suppressed them artificially to zero. And now what we're seeing, negative interest rates across the pond in places like Europe and Japan, and what I soon to believe here in the United States of America. So why am I doing this video? Chris, this sounds like self-help or something like this. Well, it is. Because again, this channel isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. I mean, imagine if you knew ahead of time, before 2008, 2009, that was going to happen. You had the foresight. Again, this is just math. It's not an opinion that there would be a reversion to the mean. Just like we saw in 2001 with the tech boom and crash, just like we saw in 2008 and 2009, just like we saw in the 1930s. How much better off would you be? How much better off would you and your family be? Your relatives be? The people that you care about be? You be? A lot better off. In fact, many of you would have actually profited and thrived during the worst economic calamity that we had ever seen, ever. So again, this channel is about empowerment. It is about knowledge. Not just knowledge is power, but mastery is power. So I'm doing a series of these videos on demand. In fact, I think we got like 4 or 5 up already, and I did a blockbuster last week, casual video, but valuable information, the 3 tips for financial freedom. I mean, things that I wish people would have taught me and I would have learned far earlier in life, and I'm a young guy. Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to achieve financial freedom. So pay attention. And I'm not going to go over those specific 3 tips today because I've already done the other video. And if you've already subscribed, you've watched it. And if you haven't, please do subscribe. It's $4.95 a month or $49.95 a year. Not only am I going to talk about asset allocation, today I'm going to extrapolate from the last video where we talk about the 3 tips and I give you a cherry on top, a 4th tip, many of you have probably not heard of before. I'm also going to give you real life examples at the end of this video in the form of a Word document or a PDF or whatever is easy. I'm going to put it in the extra section on demand of my model portfolio, my actual portfolio. I mean, people ask me all the time, Christopher, what are you doing? You talk this good game. You talk about everything that's going on in the markets and stuff, but I mean, give us some actionable advice. Give us an opinion. Well, I am. I'm doing it on demand. So check it out at the end of this video for all of you already subscribed, and thank you for the tremendous turnout already. The thousands of you already subscribed on demand. I'm going to put it in a Word PDF document, and I'm also going to respond to it in the comment section in this video and on demand, something that I do regularly on a daily basis. Those of you subscribed know that I'm interacting with you guys regularly. Again, this is about knowledge. This is about not just knowledge is power, but mastery of knowledge is power. So this isn't just self-help. I think that has a bad connotation. This is really a mastery course. This is learning. This is about education, something I take very, very seriously. I read a lot of books, and I invest hundreds of dollars a month in my own personal education. I invest in myself first before anything else. That's something I talked about in the last video. Invest in yourself first before you pay anybody else. And knowledge is power, but more importantly, mastery of knowledge is power. Got my water here. I'm going to talk a bit today. I've also got some notes here on my phone. Asset allocation, the greatest tool in your investment toolkit.